and welcome again to another video of 24K Lorcana. I am excited because this is the first profile of the new season 4. So yes, set 4 per se, Ursula's return. And we are going to have the first deck profile. I wanted to give you guys one of my favorite combinations. As you guys clicked on this video, is Amber Ruby. I think this deck is very good. I'm gonna show the deck profile. I'm gonna also talk about it in depth, a little bit detailed, and why I play some cards, why I don't. And then I am gonna show some cards that you can decide to play yourself and kind of cut some things out if you guys want to kind of go a different route. There is different versions you can go in this deck, and you can even have like a whole song based deck now with this deck. But I'm not gonna talk about that one. This one's gonna be the character based deck, but you guys, it's not gonna be your common one because no MUFASA. That's right, no MUFASA in this deck. I don't think it's needed. I think it's kind of slower now. You don't get the high impact of like you play 4 Maleficent Dragons and you hope the MUFASA hits and kind of stuff. That's not what it is. Those cards, the cards in your deck are meant to be played from your hand because you want to time them and you want to play them when you want to play them, right? So this is a different take. I do hope you guys enjoy it. I did try a lot of different versions. I can give you guys and there's gonna be more deck profiles coming soon, but I really do like this final version that I came up with. Things can change. As you guys know, the format's changed like every week, but for now, this feels very solid and you should be having some success with it. The one that it kind of struggles with a little bit is red blue, and you guys know red blue's all over the place. You have to play it very smart. You have to get rid of their Hieroms, or you can just draw like very curve and like help you with the flame. I'll talk about it as we go into the deck. But without further ado, let's show the deck. Also, make sure you guys like, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. Appreciate all the love and support. I went from like just 30 subscribers to, I don't know, we're like at 205 now or something like that. My videos went from like 50, 60 views to like 2,000 views. So it's cool. It's awesome. I love it. But let's just, let me go into the profile, guys. Let me explain this. Let's see. I feel like I haven't done one in a while, guys. Let's see. Is it good right there? Alrighty. There it is. Alrighty, so I'm gonna kind of go in curve and kind of show you guys the cards that I play. I do play 4 of the Queen. You guys know why I'm gonna play this card is because I'm gonna play the bigger Queen. Why am I gonna play the bigger Queen? I think she's a crazy character to drop so early on the shift, but also it gives strength to your characters more. So there's certain characters in this deck that you kind of wouldn't mind buffing and giving it more strength because they have a lot of shield, so they can swing at something, trade, and then your character stays alive, which gives you that healing room that you have with Rapunzel and the new Madrigal card. So this is still a really good target you want to play. The other 1-drop is obviously the Mulan. We're gonna play 4 of these cards. This card is absolutely insane. This card comes out with 2 strength, so it's a 2/3. So with 2 strength, you can heal it, and it's going to be a 2/3 1-drop, which there's nothing in the game just like it. But also, this is your shift target, as we know, for one of the best cards in this set, which is the big Mulan, that we will get into it. So this is your 8 1-drops. I was only doing the Mulan, but I wanted to add a little bit more 1-drops, and I feel like the Queen package was just probably the best way to go about it. But there's other cards you can obviously do, like 1/3 minis and stuff like that. But I felt pretty safe with this right here. And we're going to go for our 2-drops. We do play the 2-drop LeFou. I'll kind of talk about it a little bit later. The 2-drops are very tech. You don't really drop this on turn 2. You kind of want to drop this mid to late game for very tech purposes. So this is not like a curve drop, but this is something you want to have in the deck as a 2-drop. I play 2 Lumiere. This card is absolutely insane, being able to change the math into the deck. So make sure your 1/4s are now 2/4s, your 3/4s are 4/4s, your ones that get Madame, you know, the 3 strength characters are now 4, so they can't. So, you know, if you're not playing against blue and they can't ice block, then they can't really hit you with that. Lumiere also cancels out one of the ice blocks. So with the ice blocks, if you have like double Lumiere and they have double ice blocks, your character stats are still the same, so nothing changes there. It's really good. I like it a lot, specifically in mirrors like purple red, like ruby mirrors, like changing the math and the numbers on your characters stronger. It just allows you to get better trades, of course. So Lumiere is a good 12. Also, you keep this standing, you never quest with this, your characters all get buffed, and then it forces them to like waste a card to out this character, which is perfectly fine, right? So you do that, and then we also play two of the Flynn Riders. Since your Lumiere kind of buffs you, and also you have the Shifted Queen, you drop so early. This, you wouldn't mind dropping it on curve. This is one of your weapons to go against blue-red, because it allows you to get lore really, really fast. At the start of your turn, if you're the one with the strongest character on the board, you're going to gain 3 lore, right? And then plus the characters you already have that are going to keep questing. It's a good card. Even mid, late game, you can drop, like, you know, have Scar, you have Maui, you have strong characters that you can drop this on. And then for the other 2 drop, you have Mother Gothel. This one, you have that one. It's foils. Looks very nice, by the way. But I decided to play this over the 3-drop Beast. The reason I decided to play this over the 3-drop Beast is just because the 3-drop Beast, you play a lot of characters on turn 3. And then if it takes 2 damage, or like a steal, or like if it gets removed by a lot of cards on closer to curve for them, it feels really bad that you wasted a 3-drop on them. But being able to have 4 Gothel, which is actually stronger than Beast, and being able to have the 4 1-drop Mulan, so be able to have 8 targets that cost very little in order to have your draw engine going, is really, really good. I used to be on 2, and then 2 of the Beast, but just 4 Gothel just feels like the way to go, because you don't want to drop Beast on 3. You want to drop other characters on 3. So we still play the 4 Gothel. The 3 drops, we play 2 little Sizus. Sizu's really good. Lumiere boosts this out too, so 2 can take out the Diablo. But also this is really good against Emerald. Just being able to take out 1 strength characters or less is really strong. But also this is another key card that I kept in, because this is another way to just one-shot hit Hiram, and that is really strong, because we know Hiram's just all over the place, Scuttle's all over the place. Just so there's a lot of some really good 1-strong characters, and this is being able to take this out with 1 shot on a 3 curve is really, really good. So we do play the 2 Sizus. I also play a 3 Brawl. This card is insane. I sometimes want to play 4. There's just a lot of shots you want to hit with this. You can hit the Ursula. I mean, I can name so many, right? I can hit Diablo. Any other green characters, honestly. In the mirrors, you can hit some really strong cards. This card hits Hiram. Like, this is just really strong. This hits Ariel. Like, this is an insane card of support. I don't blame you for playing 4 at all. The reason I'm only doing 3 is because I still kind of want to, it does hurt tempo. Like, you want to be able to drop characters and continuously drop characters every turn. So this is kind of used because you absolutely have to, and is really a target that you just have to remove. But sometimes just hitting this on the right card is a complete game changer. So you do want to play 3 Brawl. I also play 3 of the Gaston here. So the Gaston is really, really good. It's a really key part in this deck. I only play 3 because for some reason this card just is glued into my hand. I see multiples all the time, so I definitely don't want to add a 4th. If you're not seeing it, play 4, because seeing a Gaston is really important in this deck. I don't know why. It's glued to my hand all the time. It is uninkable. I don't want to see 2 of them, but I do want to see 1. I don't absolutely have to in some decks, but and then there's some other matchups and decks that I do want to see this Gaston. So this allows you to play a 6-drop character on your turn 4. So that is really good. So we actually go very high on the 6-count characters because Gaston actually gets us there. This deck can play very sufficiently with only 4 inks. So it's very, very strong. The goal, the main one you want to get to is 5 inks, but to play absolutely all of your cards. But the fact that this is just, you can play like 95% of your deck by just having a Gaston and just having, honestly, just pretty much, 4 or 5 ink the whole game is really, really strong. Really, really good. I don't play Doc. The reason I don't play Doc, I don't want to stuck with a bunch of 3s. And then this is the one that gets me the most value. So we do play the 3 Gaston. And then we do play the nice little healer. Really new card into this deck. Julieta Madrigal. You guys can check it out. This is the healer of your little Mulan, and it's the healer of your Gothel. You're able to remove it, draw cards. It's really strong. I think you guys will like this card a lot. It's an absolutely must in this deck. It's a reason this deck got better. So you play 4 of these. Heal your characters, draw a card. Another 4-drop character that you play is obviously the Rapunzel, because you want to be able to heal Gothel and draw 3 cards. Another cool play that you can do with these cards is on turn 2, you play this. On turn 3, you go here, you heal this, you swing because it's now healed. This takes more damage, right? Because it's still alive. And then next turn you can go Rapunzel and then heal this again. So it's really, really good. I like that play a lot. It's a reason why I like the Goth over the Beast. And obviously Rapunzel is just an absolutely insane card since set 1, right? So you play 4 of that. Now we do play 3. Oh, you guys ready? Sheesh. We do play 3 of the Goofy. I was playing 4, but sometimes the rush doesn't come up as often. Also, you want to use this more of a late game card to push you and gain you that lore. But sometimes against specific green decks, being able to swing with a Goofy, gain 2 lore, LeFou, stand, hit 2 lore. This is another reason why I really like this this 2-drop LeFou we play. Being able to stand your rush characters and being able to have Goofy swing twice is absolute value. 4 lore swing on the spot, and you dealt 4 damage is really strong. Another play you can do with LeFou is obviously you can use the Gaston, play a character, and then you can go LeFou, stand, and then you can use Gaston again. So it's another reason why you can use the LeFou, by the way. But this is really good. You play the Goofy. It's more for the late game, but it's just a nice rusher to have, right? A 2/4 stats that gains you lore and pushes, puts some pressure on the board. Obviously, you guys know we play 3 of the Queen. 4 is too much. If you see it, it's nice. If you don't, you're perfectly fine. It's a good card, though. Lets you get a lot of momentum. It puts a lot of pressure, and it's also a very, very strong static character. We want to get a lot of values. Every card in this deck has value and has a purpose, and this is another one of those cards. It's 3 Queens, and then we go with our 4 Mauis. You guys know that this card right here is absolutely busted, absolutely insane. There it is, 4 Mauis. Yeah, is there much to say about Maui? I mean, go, swing, heal, swing again, still alive, swing again. Like, this is just such a strong card. It's absolutely amazing. You can drop this. You can get stuck bricking, and then if you have Gaston, you can still able to drop this. It's absolutely good. You play the 4 Maui still. Absolutely must. You do play the 6 drops, the ones that you can drop off Gaston. You do play the Perdidas. Perdita is an interesting new take that I took very last second. I do believe you have many targets that you can bring out with this, and it's allowed you to put consistent pressure on the board. Also against like control, when you're able to consistently like bring out characters and put pressure, and they have to remove them again and again. You can absolutely grind mid-range games, but you makes your control matchups like red blue absolutely give you a shot still. With Perdita, whenever you play her, whenever you quest, you're able to bring out a character. So you're able to bring out your target again. You're able to bring out any of your shift targets. You're able to bring out any of your hurt damage cards, which is Gothel and Mulan. But you're also able to bring out your tech cards that are used for specific purposes, right? So you have a lot of good amount of targets here to bring out. As you guys can see, it's all of these targets that you can bring out with this deck. Especially when they don't have nothing on board and you bring out Perdita, now you have Flynn. Now your Flynn's going to gain you some lore, or you can get your strength on all your other characters. Or a nice play that I like to do is sometimes when this is on board and then you quest with Perdita and then you bring out Perdita, you bring out the LeFou, and then LeFou stands out Perdita and keeps her protected, and then you bring out some other character next turn. It's really good, but this is also able to bring out the LeFou, and the LeFou is able to stand anything else that I already quested or something that you want to rush with. It's really strong play. I really like the LeFou and the Perdita in this deck. I would suggest you guys try it. No complaints on it so far, definitely. But I am on those Perditas. Try 2 of them. We play Tremaine. Tremaine is cut in red-blue because you have the Madame, Brawls, and Sisus to shift the damage. But you play it in here because you can drop it on turn 4. So you can consistently drop it on turn 4. And we don't get ice block, so you're not able to always manipulate the strength. So having a Tremaine to take out some huge bodies when you took out the little ones is absolutely value. So we do try 2 Tremaines. Also, it gives you another target for Gaston, right? So you want to make sure you see some of the removal cards. So we do play 2 Tremaine. And then we play for Madame. This card is super strong, super insane, able to hit a lot of the cards of the format. I'm not going to talk about much about this one. You guys know what this card does. You play 4, you play 2 Tremaine, you play 2 Perdita, and this is kind of why your lineup is really, really strong with a Gaston. But another card that you also play is a 6-drop, but can be a 5-drop, which took up some of the Mufasa slot, is Mulan. Look at that beautiful card right there. You absolutely play this card. This card is insane. This card triple shots. Literally how the card says it. You come, you shift it. It has 3 more strength. You swing at something. You deal 5 damage. You deal 5 damage to something else. If you have Lumiere on board, you're able to swing again and swing at something else. Also, if you have this and then you're able to swing and you hit multiple characters, you're able to LeFou, you're able to stand this again, and then you're able to swing again. It's really, really good. LeFou is really, really good in this deck, guys. Mulan also has a lot of insane pick abilities. If there's any deck that can play this card, is Amber Ruby, because you play the little one already anyway. So you play 4 Mulans. And then we are definitely doing still 2 of the Surfer Stitch. It's still really good. It still comes up. On curve is beautiful. It's still really strong against steel. And it's a nice 4/8 Quester for 2 that replaces itself and draws you a card, right? Because it draws 2. So it's really strong. I do play 2 because you don't get too much ink. Sometimes you're just stuck at 5 and you just kind of play with what you have. But even the 5 ink with the Gaston can get you one of these. So it's really good. It's still worth playing, and it's inkable. And then you play the 1 Scar. It's still nice tech to have. This is your 1 card body. Be prepped to just keep swinging. Also, sometimes you just want to swing twice. Keep it standing. It's hurt for 4. You Rapunzel heal, and then you just keep feeding the Scar. So it's really strong. I do play 1 of them. You can play more. You can play 2. That's perfectly fine. I wouldn't play more than 2, but I also wouldn't not play no copies of this card. As we go to the curve, you can play a 1-up because it's more of like a high curve, so you sometimes don't get to it, but it's something nice to have if it gets to that point. The Scar. And then we do play the Chernobog. This is not a 10 drop. This is more like a 4, 5, 6 drops. I've able to pay 3 ink. I've been able to play this for free. So it's an all character deck. So I do believe in all character deck. I mean, other than the brawls, right? Should play the Chernobog. This card is absolutely nuts. You play this against steel, you just might as well shake their hand and say good game. It was fun. This card is insane. You play 1 Chernobog. You can cut it if you like. I wouldn't personally cut it, but you play that. Now, I do want to show you guys some cards that you can play. I chose not to play them for a reason, but you're not wrong for playing them per se. It's just something that you kind of want to go in and kind of go about. You do have a Shift 6 Sisu. Being able to also, like with the Gaston, helps ease this and bring it out faster. It's not bad because you also play the little Sisu, right? But even if a regular 8, you can make it with the Gaston. If you have 16, you can drop this Sisu. So it's not bad if you choose to play this. I don't see you struggling against those little ones anyway. This deck is really, really strong because you're able to have an early strong game. So I don't think this is needed, but I wouldn't blame you if you do choose to play this card over one of the other cards. You can also play Be Prepared. This card is really strong. This goes more in the song version, but I also wouldn't blame you for playing Be Prepared. You don't play MUFASA, so if you decide to play Be Prepared, it's perfectly okay. You don't have to worry about the odds of hitting actions. You can play actions freely in this deck. The thing is, Amber Ruby has so much value in their characters. I was actually going to play the song deck, but the value in the characters that it consistently brings is insane. That is just no room to like put 15, 16 songs in this deck. But there's some, you can definitely go with some songs. Even play the Singer for Ariel, that sings your 7, then play a few of these, play maybe 2 of these, 2 We Are Family, and that's perfectly okay. Minimas Evasive is still really strong to go really fast. Your Lumiere makes this a 2, but sadly this Dice to Brawl Steel still doesn't struggle really against this card that much. It gets outed. Let's just say this card got a little bit worse this format. So I decided not to play it. But that's just on you if you want to play it. It's not a bad card, but it's not as good as it was. You can decide to play this card right here. As you guys know, there's a combo with the Perdita in this specific build. You can play the Stitch, Rush, Swing, and then whenever you have the Perdita combo, it consistently keeps coming as a 3 strength character that's consistently just dealing 3 damage on board. So it's not a bad card to have in your deck. It takes out a Merfolk, then it can take out something else like an Ursula afterwards. It's still good if you decide to play this. Obviously, you have MUFASA. you can play Mufasa. It's still really good against like red blue and like purple red and like those strong matchups. If you go on curve and just keep questing, and then you drop Mufasa, and then like it pushes for game, quest for 2, and then if they out this, is gonna bring out any other character, right? So still really good. I don't blame you guys for playing this. I still think Mufasa is really strong. I just don't think it's fast enough for my liking, and I do want to decide what I play this format, and I usually just ink this because I skip my 5-drop and I automatically go to 6-drop, so that's why. Speaking of the 6-drop, Ahija's another really strong character. Now that you have healing, this is a possible option you can do. Yes, it doesn't do nothing when you play it, but when you swing at something, and then this takes damage, and then it deals another damage there, and then you bring it, and you're able to heal this, and you're able to do that again. And Steel's just has a rough time against this card. Hydra, now that it's a 6-drop and you can bring it out earlier with Gaston, is definitely a card worth considering. And then you also have this beast here. I play a lot of 3-drop characters, which is why I don't play this card, but it's also being able to, you know, heal 3 off of this off Rapunzel, draw 3 cards, and now you have a quester for 2 that's a 2/6, well 2/5, right, because it would have 1 wound, but it's still just so powerful, so good. It's just, sadly, I think the Gotham Mulans are enough, because you have other characters like Gaston that you rather drop on 3, or like Sisu if you want to remove something, right? So these are the cards that you can choose to play if you want, but I don't play in this deck. But yes, I hope you guys liked this video. I hope you guys are excited as I am for the new Ursula's return. Long video, guys, but you guys know I literally YouTube like Amber Ruby deck profile guide, this and that, and like almost nothing comes on. So I love how I'm able to give you guys something very unique and go very in-depth and go very detailed. And I hope you guys love this deck profile. Make sure you guys give it a like. And next deck profile is probably gonna be Blue Steel, and I have a spicy take on that too. But as you guys know, I'm gonna make sure it works. I'm make sure to keep tweaking it, and make sure before I deliver it to you guys that it's nice. Awesome. Thank you guys for supporting me, and I'll see you guys on the next one.